It's time for a new crypto YouTuber influencer tier list 2025 edition, because they can really help you, but they can also really hurt you. So whether you are new to crypto or you are in the space a little bit longer, if you listen to certain people saying the wrong things, that can really hurt you. And I know there once was a saying, do not, wait, this could be better.
Do not buy anything that a crypto influencer tells you. This is, biblical, but still people do. So don't listen to them and you will hurt yourself.
So yeah, of course, disclaimer like, hey, don't listen to what certain people say just because they say it. Then if you follow that blindly, then
yeah, you a little gay.
But still, they should be a part of your research. And if they give you the very wrong information, you can wreck yourself, right? So therefore, I want to go over that. Now, welcome to the FOMO Factory. Like the video if you like the video. Cheers. Subscribe to the channel. Turn the bell notification on. And this is not about that they sometimes say something wrong, right? Everybody in this list, me too, gets things wrong occasionally, right? But that's not the point. It's about how consistent are they? What are their intentions? If they are wrong, how do they deal with that, right? That gives you a real image of how they do. So yeah, let's get into it, man. But please like the video. A lot of people suggested this to make another series. Let me know in the comments down below, who am I missing, right? There are just a few people in here, and I am missing a lot, right? So let me know in the comments. I will make a part 2. So let's get into it. The first one is Raoul Pal. Raoul Pal, let's get into his content first. He has a big channel, but it's not like super huge or anything compared to certain crypto channels. Now, I must say, this is the list exists out of this, right? A must follow, right? Just must follow. Like if you follow this, then you'll really do yourself a favor. Very good, right? You can live without it, but it's very good. It exists, like, yeah, okay. It's not like that I can say that it's bad, but do we really need it? Right? Then we have the don't watch. Just do yourself a favor, don't watch it. And then there's below, like, block them now. Like, these people will really wreck you, right? So if I look at Raoul Pal's, his content, to me, he looks like one of the smartest minds in crypto. He has great insights. I think that this is like very down to earth, and I really like the content that he makes. He's trying to not overcomplicate it. I think that the problem in crypto is that if you are like really new, you'll probably do better than someone with like 2 years experience. And then if you have like maybe 5 or 10 years experience, you will do a lot better than that. But if you are new, you might be like, I don't know about all these coins. Let me just stick with Bitcoin. Let me just stick with the cycle, and that's it. And sometimes that's the best way to go with it. Now, he's on the experience side of it, but with the simplifying. And I really like that, man. And for me, this is the only channel that if a video, like if he drops a video, I'll be like, oh yeah, cool. Really want to see this actually. So yeah, I start off really good right away, but he's going in a must follow 100%. Now, this is probably not going to end up with a lot of people in it. So this is probably the best so far, but let's take a look, man. Then we have JRNY Crypto, and JRNY Crypto, he is known, at least to me, for his really interesting storytelling way of creating content. He makes it pretty personalized as well. With a lot of YouTubers, you feel like, okay, yeah, you're talking about this, but what are you doing? And I feel with him, he's like, just guys, this is the fuck I'm doing, right? Like, he puts his money where his mouth is, and I really appreciate that. And like I said in the video that I did a year ago as well, I like the way that he story tells. I like the way it's nice to listen to, and I think he is also when it comes to the actual content, ending up by being right about a lot of things. He's consistent. He's not unrealistic, but he's also not playing on emotions. Like when the market corrects really hard, that he's like, I feel with him. You're always like, I like this dude more and more. So, you know, for everybody in here to end up in the must watch, I think that you should be like some kind of a crypto god for that, right? So I think there's nobody else in this list, but we'll see. But Jake is going into the very, very good category, in my opinion. If it's only about his originality, and that's what we can use in crypto, right? Everybody's doing the same thing, and if I...
You know, once start like that, then I get a lot of comments that I should not do this. Well, fuck you very much then.
I like originality. It's important. So next, we have Scott Melker from Wolf of All Streets. And Scott Melker, he has also good content. I like his content. He does a lot of interviews, so it's not only his opinion, but you hear a lot of people talk on his channel, which is, in my opinion, really helpful because you always get different opinions right there, and he's always like, also not too emotional. And I think that he also knows how to be bullish at the right times and bearish at the right times. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is definitely something that you can add to your subscriber list. It's not just yet a must follow for me. I feel like Raoul is way more. He's also, by the way, really nice to look at. Like, all right.
One last time, but that sounded a little bit gay.
But I actually mean he's likable. Yeah, I don't know. With Scott Melker, I feel like you are almost in the must follow, but for some reason it just doesn't feel like that for me. But he's on top of the very good list so far. Then there's Rob from Digital Asset News. Now, what I like about Rob, again, likable guy. He's really calm always. Like if you are dealing as an investor with a lot of emotions when it comes to crypto, there are certain channels out there that can crank that up a little bit. But with, you know, I feel like with Rob, it's like, oh, wow, you can also just be calm and relax and like, it's gonna be fine. Like, I don't know, he's like, it's like some kind of a meditation for me, crypto meditation. So I really like that. But he gives really good insights when it comes to news, not necessarily, also a little bit with charts, but with, you know, other people on the channel, with the news. And I feel also like he is always neutral. Like he says like, hey, this is the good news and this is the bad news. Have a nice day. I don't know, man. I love him. So yes, I must place him in the must follow actually, but after Raoul Pal, for sure. Okay, then there's the guys from across the Rubicon, and I first started to look at this and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot his name, but he's mostly been seen on the channel. And I thought like, okay, also seems like a nice guy, you know, calm. But when I looked at his content more and more, I noticed that I stopped watching. And I started asking myself like, why? And yeah, what I noticed is that they are a bit sneaky, because they, like, not once, not twice, their whole fucking channel is being built around Alex Becker. It's insane. Actually, in every video, they at least mention him, but they are always Alex Becker bought this coin, and it's all about him. It feels like, wow, they are in love with him. And I feel like, but you are your own channel, right? There's already an Alex Becker channel, so why? And of course, it's because Alex Becker is a big name, and if you put his name in the title, you get more clicks, right? And what do they eventually always lead up to in the video? Alex bought this coin. How do we know? We follow his wallet. Come pay a monthly subscription, which is pretty hard to get rid of. Can personally testify for that. To know what they are doing, right? So they are basically always working on selling something to you with no actual insights about the market. They are fully dependent on other influencers, and they talk about micro caps, whether the market is up or down, but I wonder if they can think for their own. So although I feel like it seems like a nice guy, and therefore it feels bad doing this, but don't watch it, man. Don't watch it. All right. And this video might be controversial. You might agree or disagree with some things. That's fine. Giving my opinion on what I noticed in the last year, basically, from these people. Yeah, okay. So next up is House of Crypto. I saw a lot of people in my comments giving opinions about House of Crypto. Some people were really positive about him. Some people were not so positive about him. And the first thing that when I started reviewing this again, I was like, okay, what's a good reference point for crypto, right? Well, that's basically when we had that April low. I always feel like, okay, what did people say back then? And what I first noticed is that, I don't know where that exact video was, but it at least showed like, hey, they were bullish, or he was bullish, but now I'm reading this, it will all end in just 10 days, and that's also what I noted. It is clickbait as fuck, right? That's what I really noticed. Like, it is really clickbait. But it also doesn't always really match the content. But then again, I was like, okay, it was bullish at the lows. But then I also started looking at, like, you know, for altcoins, it was like the beginning of December. Like, how did they always say they, but it's him. What did he say back then? And he was also really bullish at the top. So it came across more like, hey, maybe he's just a perma bull. And I mean, he shows nice charts and all, and that's great. And it's somewhat kind of a way interesting content to look at. The videos are easy to watch. It's nice to watch. But I feel like, sir, you are always bullish, always bullish. And yeah, then what is the value? So it feel like I would not say like, hey, don't watch, but take it with a grain of salt. It exists, right? It exists. I can say that it's very good, but I also can say like, don't watch. Like, there's some good stuff between there, but it's somewhere in the middle. Then we have Jesus Martinez, if I pronounce that right, which I probably don't. And look, I mean, he's not huge on YouTube, but he is huge on X, and I think a lot of people know about him. What I like about this guy, though, is that he is very consistent with making decent edited content about games, that he likes and that nobody else cares about, right? Sometimes he gets like 500 views, whatever, but he just keeps on making that content. So it shows me like, he does it because he likes it, and he's consistent about that. I like it. I like that. I can really appreciate that. But it's for a very specific audience, right? It's purely crypto gaming. And I think that's good. Like if he feels like, hey, that's what I'm specialized in, perfect, man. Please keep on doing what you're doing. At a certain point when crypto gaming becomes big, then he is the must-watch channel, 100%. But for now, that's not the case yet, and it's too specific. So I would say, and therefore at this time of the market, I would say I will put it at it exists, definitely can't hurt, but very good. Like for a certain small group of people, it is very good. But overall, I feel like most people won't be interested at this point. Then we again have Kyron from NoBS Crypto. And yeah, I kind of stay with what I said in the earlier video as well. I get why his channel name is called NoBS Crypto. When I started watching his content, I felt like, someone who's like, I can relate with. Like, he looks at the same kind of things that I look at as well. And I feel like, okay, cool. You are like also down to earth. In a bull market where things go down, where everybody panics, he's also like, it's just a dip in the bull market, right? I don't know how he does in the bear, but I guess fine, because he really makes sure that he shows that he knows what he's talking about. And by these thumbnails, you would say warning and insane proof, but I also get it. His content is like good enough to do that, right? You also have to see it as a creative point. Like if you feel like, hey, what I'm saying is really helpful or interesting, then it would be a waste if you use these boring titles that nobody's gonna look at. And it's not that it doesn't align with his actual content. So I think that this guy will help you a lot, actually. And for me, like Raoul, Rob, Scott, these are like these top tier guys, right? But I must say that if there is somebody that I would say like, hey, you definitely must follow this guy, then it's him. After Rob and Raoul though, but I wouldn't even place myself before these guys. So, you know, that's like, but I don't know. I really like his content, man. Then we have Guy from Coin Bureau, and Coin Bureau is also, it's, okay, how do I say this cautiously? The structure is the same as Crypto Banter, right? It's a big YouTube channel. They have multiple people over there. They do interviews, they do news, but in a slightly better way. And yeah, I can make it about Coin Bureau, or I can make it about Guy himself. In this case, try to see it a little as a mixture, I would say. I think Guy is really smart, actually. And he's into more into alts as well, but it's all a little bit. It's like they are not constantly pushing altcoins, but they are not also only talking about macro or whatever. They do a little of this and a little of that, and they all know their stuff about it. Their videos are nice to watch at. It is actually educational. Also, like the 5 best crypto exchange 2025, are they safe? They do a whole research. Like, I appreciate that, right? That's usually not the type of video that gets you most clicks, although they are doing pretty fine. But I feel like, man, they are really trying to be the go-to place when it comes to crypto. and he's a smart guy, right? Shit, wrong button. I wanted to do the padoomch, but maybe this is even better. But no, it's smart, dude, and you can definitely listen to what he is saying. Sure, yeah. So I think that guy in specific is actually a must follow, and I would put him after Rob from Digital Asset News, because I think that Rob is maybe a little bit more less of a show and more of a person. But both great. Then there is Lark Davis, and I must actually say that lately I have not been really following his content. And yeah, I don't know. If you ask me why, I just lost interest, to be honest. Maybe a little too much sponsorships on his channel. And I don't mind sponsorships, but these ads just take a little bit too long, and my attention span is just not built for that. Yeah, he's, I don't know, man. What I do like about him is that his videos are short, to the point, and if you just want a, quick update, like, okay, what's been going on lately, you can watch his videos, and as long as he stays unbiased, then I really like that. But yeah, there are some more cases showing like, affiliate there, sponsor there, promotion there, and yeah, I mean, I cannot call it very good. So I would say it is good, but there's a but, right? So yeah, I would put him at the front of it exists, basically. Okay, so then we have JRNY Crypto, and what I think is weird is JRNY Crypto. What I think about JRNY Crypto is literally nothing. And yeah, therefore I feel like, okay, if you
What's
watch
up, everyone, this is Tony with JRNY Crypto. Welcome back to another video. So this one's going to be on Cardano, why I believe ADA is going to be the top performer.
He always talks like he failed to kill himself the day before. Like, I'm sitting here again. Well, today crypto markets are doing fantastic, guys. Like, if you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Like, but that's his personality, and that's totally fine. But it's so fucking boring. But I also feel like you make a video every now and then. He doesn't do it daily at all. And then I feel like, okay, make sure that video is like, bam, giving us the info. But he kind of discusses the news that all the other YouTube channels already covered then. And I feel like it can't hurt, right? He's building a good community. He's not like a trying to really clickbait you, although this is a bad example. Top 5 reasons Cardano will 10x urgent. I think that's not that urgent, but I don't think it can't hurt. But I also feel like the crypto world is also completely fine without this. Nobody will notice a difference, right? So this is the prime example of, well, yeah, I mean, it exists, but everything is being said with that. So I'm gonna put him at last there. So then there is VirtualBacon, and why is he called like that? It has something to do with it where he's coming from? He's Asian bacon. I don't think so. They have more like chicken there. I don't know, man. Anyway, VirtualBacon is a smart dude. He is a smart dude, man. It's nice to look at. Also, doesn't drop a lot of videos. And made some wrong calls here and there, but again, that goes for everybody in this list. There's not anyone, so please don't come in the comments, well, he said this back there. Everybody says something wrong, man. If you're in crypto, you already did that, or you know, if you're just joined a week ago, you will probably do that next week, right? So that's not really my point, but I do feel like, if the average investor, you know, will put on videos from him, he will learn a lot, right? Not necessarily about these type of videos with Solana price predictions. I think that price predictions are always just a little dangerous for anybody to do. But I do feel like he shows charts that not a lot of other people show. He understands what he looks at. I think it's very good, man. I really think it's very good. And I will put after Scott Melker. Lady of Crypto, shit. Lady of Crypto. I honestly, it's now called Lab of Crypto. Okay, whatever. You're now a lab, not a lady. Oh yeah, there's a dude as well. Therefore, it's a lab. Okay, cool. I want to say 2025, right? If you're rich, you can go from lady to a guy, and then I feel like there is some promo here and there. I feel like there's something really wrong with it, but I cannot really put the finger on it. I don't know. I have not watched this in a long time. I was still had the tier list from the last video, and I forgot that she is in it as well. So I haven't seen anything from this channel lately, except for probably this video apparently. But yeah, I don't know. They it's like, yeah, if you look at such a portfolio, then I also feel like, okay, decent coins, nothing too crazy. For me, it exists, right? I just don't have, and I put it above JRNY because you cannot, but do you need it? No. Next, Benjamin Cowen. In the last video, I put them all at the top, and with Benjamin Cowen, the reason was, you know, he had most things right out of everybody. That's first. He's consistent. He has been tested for that for a long time. People attacked him, and he turned out to be right about a lot of things. And now people are finally applying what he does, while you should now, in my opinion, do the other way around. But if you can overall need one channel to learn about the technical, very technical / autistic side of crypto, then there's no better channel than this one. Period. Right? However, lately, I did notice that he is becoming a little biased. His content is, and so far it worked, right? So don't get me wrong, but I said this in one of the latest videos as well, so I don't want to go too long into this. But he's always negative, basically. He whatever his like, he's always like, his videos are 90% worst case scenario and 10% is the rest. And I feel like, okay, you know, that's fine, but overall, if you look at crypto, especially at Bitcoin, I feel like, was that really needed? Like, yeah, being Bitcoin heavy, and it could go down to, but overall, Bitcoin has just been going up, and I never even have him heard say the word bullish or whatever, right? But lately, it becomes a little hard for me to listen to certain things. He said, like, altcoins on the Bitcoin pair, if it doesn't get here by the end of 2024, then it's getting more unlikely to me that this is going to happen. And it's now May 2025. And he still says, like, yep, this is the minimum target. And Bitcoin dominance to 66% should line up with this. And that's also not happening. And that's fine. But he keeps on pushing this, for example. But all the reasons he used, they are off the table. But he keeps on doing that just because he feels like it should go. And yeah, and his own metrics say Bitcoin dominance, whatever you do, it could go up, but at least don't be bullish on it on this point. He has never stepped away from being bullish on it. So overall, what he did so far, he did it better than probably everybody combined. But he should also know when to flip around, because it is very easy to be a Bitcoin maxi in a Bitcoin season, right? But how is he gonna adjust that when that's over? I feel like, can he? Like, I don't know. Looks to me like he's trying to time bottoms and tops. So overall, he is a must follow. At this stage of the market, I would say he's way too conservative and stubborn for the average investor. So I will put him at the top of very good, because it's still very good. But I think for this stage of the market, there may be better people to look at, because I know all the other guys that have been screaming all season for the last 3 years, they have been wrong and Ben was right. But it's now also becoming the time where the alt season yellers are going to be right. And you want to be a little careful with saying like that it won't happen, because he will confirm the fuck out of that, right? And yeah, too bad if you miss that small part of the full 4-year cycle, actually. But if you are a Bitcoin maxi, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, over the long term, it's even better. But if you are, then this is the only channel you need. Then you actually don't need channels. Then just buy Bitcoin and go away, right? Then we have Eric Krown. Yeah, I don't know. I've been a little bit more vocal about Eric Krown lately. He just made a video actually, and he said, "Have I completely lost my mind?" Yes, and yeah, I can vouch for that. He did. Now look, I liked Eric Krown first, but I feel like, why are we watching this? For his great TA. I don't know. He makes it look more complicated than it needs to be, and the TA that he used in the video at around, I don't know, April 7 or so, when everything was at the lows, all his TA said, more downside, maybe the end of April it starts to go up a little bit again, but that was basically right at the bottom. And again, I don't mind a wrong call, but that TA and all these indicators that he used, or the way he reads it, are at least not the way to do it, but he keeps on using that. And then I feel like, okay, but you'll notice that it didn't work, so change what you do then. But also, he's also a Bitcoin maxi, and that's also completely fine, because he's more into stocks and Bitcoin and not about altcoins, and nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, he doesn't even know about alts, and there's also nothing wrong with that. But he does talk about it all the fucking time, and he says everything wrong about alts. He can't even pronounce them. He doesn't know very big altcoins. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Certain altcoin charts, he doesn't even know what these charts are. And yeah, this time is different according to him, right? Like in one of his latest videos, he said, we already had an alt season. Well, that's fucking not the case. Like, I don't know what the fuck I did there. But again, this altcoin is on the Bitcoin pair, right? An alt season is just where altcoins outperform Bitcoin. That's alt season, simple. Yeah, if we look like, hey, you know, we had 2 alt seasons in 2017 and in 2021. Yeah, I mean, if he calls this an alt season, yeah, then this was an alt season, and this was an alt season, and this, then this, then this. Like, is that like your definition? I feel like he just doesn't know what he's talking about, especially when it comes to alts. Yeah, and he's just super negative about everything as well. And I feel like, man, if it is ever the time to be bullish on alts, then it's now. Bitcoin dominance is high, altcoin dominance is low. It's the timing in the market. The sentiment is low. The retail isn't here. The Fed is as good as pivoting. Ethereum on the Ethereum dominance bounced off of a legendary level. Like. And he still is like, well, yeah, man, I don't know. And then I feel like, man, oh. So I would say lately, he's just a don't watch. Really, he's failing, man. So yeah. Yeah, the moon call, I had to include it, man. And why did I have to include it? Because I don't know why, but look at these views still. Right? He is the meme of crypto YouTubers. Everybody knows that this is fucking weird shit. It's not even, I can call it bad, or it's just weird shit, right? With this weird fucking mustache and oh my God. I don't know, man.
So let me tell you something.
You look a little gay, your thumbnails.
So, yeah. I don't know, but still, it got like 30,000 views. I wonder, like, who are these people that watch that? And it's always. I watched this like maybe 4 years ago, occasionally, and the content also never improved. He's always filming with his phone, recording the screen of his computer, or literally filming himself on his phone. Like, it's the most low quality, not giving a shit about the content, where he just draws a fucking line and bases a full dedicated, like, time to go all in because I draw a line here. And yeah, this is the, I don't know, this is the Paralympics of the crypto YouTubers. And I feel like, man, please just, don't. So if you see him, just block it. It's only hurtful. It can't help in any way, right? Like, it can't. Nobody will ever tell you, hey, who's a good YouTuber? Well, the moon call. No, nobody exists that says that. Nobody, okay? So, yeah, but I think it's funny though. We need some laughters, right? By the way, in the meantime, if you haven't liked the video yet, like the video. And there's, by the way, one person that's not here, and I don't even know if he's still alive, but let me do a special Bitboy. Oh, no, his channel doesn't even come across, just the satisfying downfall of Bitboy was like, that's pure entertainment, man. I love it. Anyway, next is Suppoman, and there is a good reason for you to ask, like, hey, why do you why do you choose to include that in the first place? It's mostly to do that he has a lot of views. Right, and a lot of people watch that, and I think it's important for these people to realize what they're looking at. So the first video that I see right here, right, 1K to 10 million, 1K to 10 million. That's a 10,000x. So if you are already, and that's the first random thing I click, right? It's not even that I have to look at something weird. It's just. These thumbnails are getting way more extreme. Like here, it goes from 1K to 1 million. Oh, that's 1,000x. Yeah, okay, that's very doable, of course, right? But then it goes a little more crazy. 100 into 3 million. And he steps it up all the time. And I feel like, what are you going to do after this? Invest 5 cents now to make $15 trillion. Like, are you okay? I mean, 3 months ago, you said in your thumbnail, crypto is dead, and now you're talking about making a 10,000x. And again, also, I get that that's to make people watch the actual video, but I feel like should that be a reason to completely wipe out every form of realism in your thumbnails? I don't know, but it's also he means it, right? Like best tiny meme coins to 100 or 3000x. It's like not even like 100 200x, which is no, let's go for 3000. Like, but these videos are actually saying the same thing. Like you see it in the thumbnail, Sui 100x. Like, look, I don't want to say that anything is impossible in crypto because I will look like an idiot if Sui for some reason does 100x. Then again, if you look like, hey, Sui with a $12 billion market cap, that's $1.2 trillion for Sui. That's more than a third of the total crypto market right now. Are you maybe a little exaggerating, sir? But all his videos are like that. It's all about 1000x altcoin. Here it is first short. Next 1000x coin. Look, 99% of these coins that he talked about are fucking rugged because it's paid promo, of course. And if not, he does it like this so that people click his videos, and clicks equal money, right? He makes money by tricking you into this kind of stuff because, hey, what's more important? Learn about the crypto market so you can make it on your own, which is helpful, or just buy this 3000x altcoin. Life is that easy. Like, yes, people rather, they choose for the second, not knowing that there are idiots clicking on a link made by an idiot. So I cannot really yeah, and then it's getting worse because then he also says like I have called these biggest gains make it look like he has a great reputation, but you literally call every coin under $1 million market cap on CoinGecko or Coin Market Cap or whatever, literally every one of them. And yeah, between the million losses you will have 5 winners eventually. Yeah, this is also, I think he has a handicap or anything. I don't know. But these are these type of people who should work at animal farms and not be on crypto YouTube. So block him, right? But before the moon call, like he's even worse, like, right? Like, or he should be behind it then actually. But that's even worse because the moon call, we know like, and that's just a retard with a camera. But this guy is just a retard using you. Like, that's even worse, right? Then we have MoneyZG, and what's his actual name again? I forgot. MoneyZG. Oh, I'm not typing. MoneyZG. CG. This guy. And I was very vocal about him in the last video that I made for this tier list. And I still am. He makes quick updates. Like, he also does a lot of guides, etc. I don't really care about that. But just his crypto updates, he looks at things that nobody else looks at. And he explains very well what he is looking at. And I bet you everybody can learn something from that guy. And he is, in my opinion, really a must watch. And I will put him in the middle, actually. It's really good stuff. Then we have Hustlepedia. And Hustlepedia, oh, it's in the game, of course. In the game is his channel. And he goes a little more in depth about certain altcoins. So if you are looking for specific altcoins, mostly gaming, but he lately also talks about memes and other niches. And he gives you the updates about these projects in specific, right? Which is helpful. He is not much about the charts. and that's fine. I rather prefer also that if somebody feels like, yeah, I'm more about the news and not about the charts, that person is also not trying to chart and fucks it up on screen, then I rather just have him sticking to what he's good at. So I like that. Yeah, look, I the thing is that, you know, he makes a lot of altcoin calls. That's just the thing, right? And there are a lot of bad calls in that case as well. And a lot of good calls. Yeah, and lately the market overall is bad. So then you can say like, oh, he makes a lot more bad calls. Yeah, overall the altcoin market is not that great. But always, if I look at videos of him, I feel like, I don't know. It's okay. It's like it's and why am I saying this also cautiously? Because he comes or he works whatever with Crypto Banter, and that overall creates a reputation. But I don't really see that really with Johnny Hustlepedia. I don't really see that. He stays true to what he does, and I appreciate him for that. And I think that it's just a little unfortunate, like how the market is doing lately, right? Because that's the kind of thing that he focuses on. But I do think that once the market turns around, that his content is going to be super valuable, actually. So I would still put him at very good. Yeah, and below there, and that's purely because it's it depends a little too much of the time in the market, maybe at this point. Then we have Ren, and I wanted to look. Is it going to be about Ren or Crypto Banter? I would say Crypto Banter overall. You know my opinion about this if you have seen my videos before. If not, then sit down. It's going to be bumpy ride. No, Crypto Banter is the most, let me start positive. They are good at building a business and building a YouTube channel and grinding as entrepreneurs. Okay, nice job. That as a fellow entrepreneur, I should appreciate that, definitely. But everything is said with that, though. They are the most unethical YouTube channel out there. Even worse than a Suppoman or whatever. Because he just always does the same. Altcoins. Yeah, at a certain point your audience is like not that stupid anymore. But with Banter, it's always like they don't make you look, they don't make you feel stupid. But they treat you like that, right? Like, if you know what I mean. Again, they are the most unethical channel out there. They make you feel panicked at the lows. At the highs, they talk about buying. They should know better. They have a whole team. The paid groups, the affiliates, the this, the that, it is through the roof. If they finally make good calls, they will put a magnifier on it. And it's just, it's just really, really, really terrible. They make it very clear that the monetization of their business is more important than being true and honest towards their community. If they feel like, oh, do we have to clickbait them into this? Like, I don't know how it goes there in the office. Like, hey, let's make a video about the crypto market is really low right now, right? Yeah. Oh, we have experience. That's an opportunity. Yeah. But yeah, people won't like that. No. Shall we just make a video with a title, etc., about how fucking panic they should feel right now? They should feel scared, right? Yeah, we should scare the shit out of them. Yeah. But we can tell them to join our paid group so that it will be, yeah. Like, I think it goes like that, honestly. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And this goes into the same category as it kind of goes into the same category as child porn, right? It should be illegal, and I'm not joking, right? Because at least with child porn, you don't necessarily lose money. You maybe lose the mental health and the custody of your kids. But yeah, man. I mean, if you listen to Banter, you won't even have money to feed your kids. So what the fuck? Anyway, and what I think is really fucking ridiculous and really funny, I just noticed actually, because I said like this by far, this channel ran especially, there are no ethics involved, right? They have no standards. It's all about money and if their community gets scammed or whatever, or if they have to lie, they don't give a shit. That's their brand. That's their business. That's what they are using you for actually. But they, of all the YouTubers that I have seen, have this in their description. Our ethics. Crypto Banter abide by the following code of conduct, and then you can see a full page about their ethics. Should lead to something like this, right? Which ethics, bro? I mean, nah. I'm very vocal about this. They make it look like you can learn a lot, like it is a good show. They know what they're doing, and they have something in the title that makes you feel like, ooh, I want to watch this. And you put on that video, and it takes long, but you feel like, okay, I need to watch. Oh, it takes even longer. And before you know, you're 50 minutes into the video or half an hour or whatever. And then they tell you maybe a little bit if you pay them, right? But in the meantime, you've been feeding their algorithm by giving them such a great watch time, and they are so fucking smart, man. And I think it is fucking disgusting. So this is going all the way there, right? Like that like, do yourself a favor. It is easy to fall for that. Like with a Suppoman or To the Moon, you know right away, like, but these people are handicapped. Fine, then you'll know you should not listen to them. But with Crypto Banter, you might even feel like, oh, I can learn from this. No, you can. They're using you. Okay, so then we have Alex Becker. Now, I think we all have the same problem with Alex Becker. What's that problem? The problem is that we know that he's not going to educate you on anything. That he's only there when things are looking good, right? That it's like there's no value at all. But still, if he releases a video, we want to watch it, right? But why? He created a character, right? And it's just funny. It's funny, and that's what I mean. Like everybody in crypto, especially that JRNY guy, like, welcome to fuck off. It's not like, I don't know. It's not fun to watch. It's fun to watch. Okay, it's just fun to watch. So that's it. It's funny. It's funny. It's entertainment, right? Is it educational? Hell no, of course not. But he also knows it, right? And he also himself, he takes it with a grain of salt, right? Because 13 tiny AI coins that will 85x in May, right? Like, there's a difference between him and other people that say that. Other people that say that, they maybe even think like, well, they can 85x this month. Or he just says something in the title that it feels like, yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. But I don't give a shit. And therefore I feel like, okay, you can do it. Free pass. I don't know. But yeah, what should you use it for? Nothing. And also not like, oh, I'm buying coins Alex Becker is buying. Why? Because he has a big audience and they will buy if he says so. Yes, you are that audience, sir. Are you realizing that you are that. Like there's like the thing in crypto is being early. You buy something low, somebody else buys after you for a higher price, so you can sell it higher. But if somebody with a lot of money already buys a coin, you are saying like, okay, I'm gonna be our exit liquidity, and then he makes a video like that's going public. You get the same public information as all these other people, right? So what are you gaining from it? Nothing. You're not front running anybody, right? And yeah, there are people saying like, oh, he pumps and dumps. I don't know. With a channel of his size, people will at least always say that he does, right? Doesn't matter if he does or doesn't. People will say it at least. But I don't know. I mean, this also goes into the list of like, you know, and it exists, right? But it's not that I would say don't watch, just don't do anything with what he says. But it's also not very good. It's just very funny, right? So that's it. 3 to go. Miles, Deutscher. And with Miles Deutscher, however you pronounce that, I also covered this in one of the latest videos, so you'll probably already know this. But look, I don't want to use the word scammer. I think that's a little extreme. But not completely sure what the right word is, if it should not be scammer, if you know what I mean. One, the clickbait is through the fucking roof. Again, you can tell that he's coming from Crypto Banter, that he learned how to analyze the emotion in the market and uses that to make you watch. But also he's not like helpful or anything. It's not that he understands the market and feels like, oh yeah, let's, you know, there's no information, but it is the opposite. Like I said in that last video as well, his main focus is make you click. The promotion for his paid server is heavily valuable. Again, that's like all he does basically, but also he uses certain things to get you there. Like that example that I gave lately with virtuals, like how they posted in their very expensive paid Discord that they made 60% spot holdings on virtuals. Yeah, the coin was up 400%. And you're really telling me that I have to pay $200 per month to be in the Discord that tells me I should buy a coin for 60% gains, that 400% gains overall? Like, but he's also he abuses, just like Crypto Banter. He abuses. I think Ren is nastier, but he abuses. Okay, so then almost there we have whatever you write it, yeah, EllioTrades. Yeah, I'm also thinking about the comments that people are gonna give for this, because I know what the comments were the last time. People said, Ellio scammer, this and that. Well, I'm not talking about this as him being a project leader of Superverse, but you can say whatever you want. Nobody knew what Super did in the first place, but it was one of the biggest outperformers during a market where gaming wasn't even hot. So if anybody knows how to run a project, it's him. So no criticism right there. But he has been a little off lately, selling the bottom, buying back the top. But then again, he's at least honest about it. He has no problem with saying like, oh shit, I did that completely wrong. And I can really respect that though. Because believe me, most people, they don't do that, right? I would say if you use his videos to get some information about the broader picture of the market, but not necessarily when to buy, to sell, what to buy, to sell, then there's some information in there that you can use. I still think that. So, yeah, I probably think better about him than a lot of other people do, but I will put him here, actually. And then last one is Altcoin Daily. All right, so Altcoin Daily, I think they have the wrong name. Because, and I'm gonna explain to you why. If you watch their videos, also to get a daily update about the news in crypto, about what's going on in crypto, then this channel is quite perfect, actually. If you watch this channel for the altcoin calls, not even the altcoins news, right? The news is also always pretty okay. But if you are watching this for the altcoin calls, then you're at the wrong place. Because it is Altcoin Daily. They have a new top 10 every month here as well. Top 14 crypto coins that will explode, and they will probably, if you look further in here, a lot more top coins, right? And I see a lot of those videos of them where they say top altcoins to buy and the top 10 and this and that. And it depends on how you look at it and with what intention you look at it, right? If you watch this video or wherever it was, this one, not to get just 14 random calls, right? Because they are totally not consistent about that. Don't do that. But if you watch the video to just get the news on these altcoins and what the upgrades on these altcoins are and what they're doing, that's good. So it depends on what your intention is of watching that channel, right? Some shills here and there. But yeah, then again, I think that's a little overhated, right? If you, I'm into music, for example, right? I'm into music and I watch a lot of videos about music gear and mixing and mastering and all that kind of stuff. And these people also, they say, hey, I have a sponsorship with this brand. They do this, I tried it, I like it or I didn't like it. I feel like I don't give a fuck if this is a sponsorship or not. Just give me your honest review, right? And then it's all fine that you have to get paid for it. Of course, you are an influencer. Sponsorships are part of the game. That's normal. The problem that I have with sponsorships is that if they take just every sponsorship, doesn't matter if they like it or not, and just tell something good about it for a quick buck. That's different, right? But at a certain point, yeah, your reputation will crash anyway. So this is my list. Again, I don't know, man. Let me know if you agree, disagree, and especially who... sorry.
That was unneeded and really unprofessional. I promise I won't do that again. I cannot promise if I will stick to that promise.
Sorry.
Anyway, let me know who else is has to be included in one of the next videos. For now, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and if you, I had some people in the last video as well, like, oh, where would you place yourself? Bro, I cannot judge myself. You be the judge, okay? So let me know, where would you place me? Honestly, I don't want to hear like, oh, you're the most fall. I feel like, okay, if I am at the here behind or it exists, like, let me know why. Let me know why. I want to improve, right? Or if you block me, also fine. It's fine. No feelings hurt. I mean, it's All right. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you next time.